Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk about what you should do when someone ghosts you. So after you've been ghosted, quite often we're left wondering, what should I say to the person, or how should I respond, and how do I pick myself up and continue on? Well, in this video I want to tackle these questions and also kind of give you a sort of guide that you can use whenever somebody happens to ghost you. So to tackle that first question, what should you say to the person? Well, interestingly enough, you should say absolutely nothing. Don't respond to them. Don't give them the satisfaction of any form of communication. You see, when somebody ghosts you, quite often the best treatment is to treat them how they treated you. Don't say anything to them. Ghost them in return for ghosting you. And you don't want to do this to be vindictive or petty. You're doing it for yourself and your own mental health. You see, they've kind of proved that either they don't truly care about you, or they're immature and a coward and they didn't know how to confront you with their true feelings. Both of those things are qualities of horrible partners. Both of them disqualify them for the running, or they should at least. Even if you like the person a lot, those qualities should tell you that they're horrible partners. You shouldn't want anything to do with them going forward. So, not responding to them is the right thing to do here. This does a few things. One of the main things here is that when you don't respond to them, you're not giving them that satisfaction of them knowing that you still have feelings for them, and basically you're not going to be stroking their ego. Because after somebody ghosts you, they're going to be thinking, or they're going to be wondering what you think of them. And if you don't say anything to them, guess what they're going to do? Their mind is going to start destroying themselves. They're going to start thinking of the most negative possible things out there. They're going to think that you believe that they're an asshole, that you think that they're just a worthless human being because they chose to not communicate with you. Their mind is going to run rampant. And you pretty much want to allow that to happen. But don't do it as a form of revenge. You're doing this for you, for your mental health and inner peace. You don't want to give them any form of communication going forward. I know that this can be hard, especially if you really like them, but it's the thing to do. You just have to hold on to your feelings and don't say anything to them. They just proved that in their mind you weren't worthy of that closure or that communication. So don't say anything to them. This will help you out far more than you know, and you just have to be strong and not, or resist the urge to reach out to them. And in regards to closure, I can tell you that 99% of the time when someone ghosts you, you aren't going to receive closure. So our goal here is to build you up to a point where you don't even need closure from them and you can move on without it. Because odds are you're not going to get it. And that's usually the main reason people will try to contact someone who ghosted them. They want to get that closure. They want to understand why the person chose to ghost them. But you're probably not going to get it, so don't even bother trying. All that will do, like I said, is just stroke that person's ego and make them go, oh my God, they still like me so much even though I treated them like shit. Don't give them that satisfaction. They don't deserve it. So don't say anything to them. From here, your goal is just to move on for yourself. Start putting yourself first. Start practicing self-love so that you can heal. This person ended things in one of the worst ways possible. And believe me, I've had that happen to me in a way that truly sucked. I was dating a woman for almost 3 months earlier this year, so right before shit hit the fan with COVID, and she decided to flake me on a date where I planned a nice dinner and everything, and then she ghosted me afterwards. So that's not fun. I know, believe me. But the thing here is you need to move on for yourself. And the main thing here, don't beat yourself up. I can tell you I did that myself, but it doesn't solve anything. And here's an interesting thing. Quite often it won't even be you that caused them to ghost you. That's their choice, which means it's something to do with them. You could treat someone amazingly well and they could still end up ghosting you if they aren't ready for what you bring to the table. Or even you'll have cases where if you are a great person, they may believe that they aren't worthy of you, that they don't deserve you. and they may ghost you just out of that insecurity. So don't beat yourself up. You don't know enough information to know that it's actually your fault, and it very likely isn't. So be kind to yourself. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge your emotions, and just treat yourself well. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to heal. So it's really important. You just got to practice that self-love and start treating yourself as you would somebody you deeply care about. You wouldn't start bashing them when they do something wrong, and you wouldn't tell them all the things that they did wrong or all the things that they could improve on. You would just be there for them. You would listen to them. You would try to understand them and empathize with them and just be there while they're hurting. You would try to help them heal through that. That's what you want to do with yourself as well. So that way you can focus on your mental health and bringing back your inner peace so that you can move on from this person who treated you in a really shitty way. So that's the whole thing here. When you practice self-love enough, like I said earlier, you can actually get to a place where you don't even need closure from other people, because you'll love who you are and accept yourself so much that you won't need this person in your life. So when they choose to jump out of it of their own accord, you're not going to care. You're going to say, okay, well, bye-bye. I'm going to move on to people who are better for me, who are actually going to choose me, rather than dropping me like we're driving on the highway having a good time, and then suddenly they open the door and just kick you out of the car, because that's what it feels like when you get ghosted. They don't give you an explanation. You could be having a wonderful time, and then they just say, nope, you're gone. Get out of my car. And they give you no explanation, and then they're gone. When people do that to you, just take it as a sort of positive thing where they're basically showing you that they would have made a very bad partner for you going forward, and that they probably were not somebody you would have wanted to end up in a long-term relationship with. Because if they're going to ghost you when things are maybe going well or even that early in the relationship, that probably tells you they have a few more issues lying underneath the rug somewhere. And those issues would have come up if you were to date them long term, or God forbid, end up in a relationship with them. So let them kind of kick themselves out of the dating pool for you. They're doing you a favor. Now all you need to do is just focus on yourself, practice that self-love, and start building yourself back up so that you're stronger than you were before. And then take that knowledge with you going forward so that you can kind of vet people better going forward, and keep your standards high. Don't lower them just because things didn't work out with one person. And then just keep moving on for yourself. Make your life awesome for you, not to get revenge on the other person. Don't even think about them anymore. Just go forward and make your life awesome. Anyway, I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!